Happy fall, everyone. I did not plan on saying that, and then I was just thinking it's about that time, and I googled it, and here we are. Wow. Today I'm going to go over my first TBR of the fall. I'm going to say that about everything today. I'm so sorry. There's some good stuff in here. There's some really good stuff in here. Don't forget to click on the link in the description if you need to check any trigger warnings. Let's get down to it. Okay, I'm gonna try to organize this somewhat, but my brain is doing weird things today. Without further ado, I'm gonna start with my author spotlight book. So I'm starting to do this thing where every month I pick one book that it doesn't have to be one that I liked, I guess. So far I've been going back to books that I liked and picking up a second book by that author so that I can start to actually learn authors for their full works rather than just, So this month I'm going back to Edward Carey. He wrote this book Little. So I read this last month. It's a fictional retelling of the life of the woman who grew up to be Marie Tussaud, and it was awesome. It was so much fun. He's also a really good artist. So he had all of these illustrations throughout the whole book. I just love how specific his style is and how much he just throws all of his creativity into this book. This book was a 5-star read for me, and I think I chose him to go back to because he clearly just knows his own voice very, very well. So the next book that I chose to pick up by Edward Carey is Heap House, which is the first book of his Ironmonger trilogy. I don't even remember what this is about. I just remember that the blurb on the back made me curious, and this completely won me over. I love his style. I love his style so much. I'm obsessed with this cover, and oh wait, I have to show you the map inside. This map is absolutely amazing. Look at this. This is just the very first page of the book. I can't get over it. It's so beautiful. I'm going to read you the synopsis from the back because I don't remember what this was about. I just remember that it sounded really interesting. Okay, either this guy is insanely brilliant or he smokes a lot of weed. Okay, the back of this says, Claude Ironmonger is not supposed to, but he hears a brass door handle saying Alice Higgs, and his birth object, a universal bath plug, constantly calls out James Henry Hayward. The rest of the Ironmonger family would rather the objects collected from the rubbish heaps of London stayed quiet, but something is happening. The objects piled up inside and around Heap House over generations are not staying in their place. With the arrival of Lucy Pennant, everything shifts, and Claude will have to decide where he belongs. What? There are doorknobs talking to this kid whose house is like on top of junk. Look at that. This is going to be fun. Good or bad, it's going to be interesting. Next up, I'm going to go through sort of my random whenever I want books before I get to my super specific TBR. I have been wanting to buy this ever since I heard of it. When I went to read the first page of this book, because I read the first page of a book every time I get it in the mail just to get me pumped, I ended up reading 5 pages. Yeah, I ended up reading the first chapter. A Man Called Ove. This is about a really grumpy old man, and it just kind of follows him, what he's going through in the book, and you come to find out why he is so grumpy. What has happened to make him this way? I've heard it just rips your little heart out, and I'm so down. Yeah, this is a 300-ish page book. There's a good chance I'm going to read this one first. I'm really excited for this one. Next up, I am actually pretty pessimistic about this one after reading the first page, which I think I read a little bit more because I started reading and I was like, oh no, oh no. So we'll see, but this is one I will definitely DNF if I don't like it because there is just too much of it to read it if it's not amazing, and that is The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu, and it is, how long are you? It's over 600 pages. I am not gonna lie. I am not optimistic about this because already in the first few pages, I did not understand why we were going into so much detail over nothing. And some people love that, okay? Some people love that. There are a lot of people that love this book. There are a lot of people that do not love this book. I'm just gonna see where I fall. I had felt neutral about this from most people's reviews, and I don't remember who it was. I wish I did. There was one person that just, it takes one video where somebody talks about something in a specific way and it just sells you for some reason. Even this on the back is confusing me. I don't know. Sounds like it's about kingdoms, war, friendship. It better be good. Does anybody else wonder how they can want to read a book so bad when they can't even remember what it's about? How does that work? So this one is the one that I got to read at Halloween because I've been reading a lot of spooky season stuff early so that I could talk about it on time, and I want to have one that, for me, I get to snuggle up with on Halloween. So this is Slewfoot by Brom. I love that he has a single pen name. I actually really love that. Set in colonial New England, Slewfoot is a tale of magic and mystery, of triumph and terror, from acclaimed author and artist Brom. An ancient spirit awakens in a dark wood. The wild folk call him father, slayer, protector. The colonists call him Slewfoot, demon, devil. To Abatha, a recently widowed outcast, alone and vulnerable in her pious village, he is the only one she can turn to for help. Together they ignite a battle between pagan and Puritan, one that threatens to destroy the entire village, leaving nothing but ashes and bloodshed in its wake. I know this one's supposed to get pretty dark and twisty, a little weird, and look, I mean, come on now. I'm ready for a dark, twisty, creepy time with this book. Hi, it's future me. My video didn't work. So if the background looks different, it's because I am re-recording this, which is going to be a common theme in my videos, apparently. What I had said was, this month I'm still doing the super specific TBR that I did last month, where I pick a pretty specific genre and get 3 books and just see how I like it. I'm feeling a little restricted, having to give away 3 of my book slots to the same topic. So I'm going to switch it up to 1, and I think I'm just going to draw a random prompt next month, and then I'll order a book based on that. But for this month, we're doing women in sci-fi. Female authors only, please. First up is A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. I've been wanting to read this book since last year. I don't know that much about this book. My understanding is that it's a pretty cozy sci-fi book. It's the first book of a duology, and a monk and a very optimistic robot kind of roam around together, talking life. It's supposed to be very wholesome. It has made people cry. People love this. So I'm going in. It's also under 150 pages. So I'm gonna save this. There's definitely gonna be at least 1 book I DNF. That's just how it goes for me. So I'm gonna save this for when I'm feeling like I'm pushing through my TBR. I have really high expectations for this, and I really hope that I like it because my expectations are way up there. The next one is also a really famous book that I just wanted an excuse to read, and that's The Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. This will be my first Octavia Butler read. Oh, I just saw this. A new foreword by acclaimed actor and author LeVar Burton. That's exciting. This is another one where I don't exactly remember what it's about. I believe this one happens in 2024 because somebody made a video saying they were reading this in July because the date in the beginning of the book is July 2024. So that'll be fun. All I really know is there's a girl. She's very, very sensitive to other people's emotions. And I believe that becomes valuable in sort of a dystopian world. Somehow those skills come in really, really handy. I don't know. I'm going to find out. Next up, we have the final Women in Sci-Fi book on the list. This one I wanted to do a lesser known book since I've got 2 kind of iconic books. This one sounds like it's going to be a wild ride. It's The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. It might be Micaiah. I'm going to go with Micaiah. So what happens here is we have discovered the ability to travel between worlds, right? But you can only travel to worlds where your alternate self is already dead. So our main character is a woman who works for some agency, and she is already dead in an extraordinarily high number of alternate worlds. So she's very valuable as a worker because she can go to most places. Oh, in 372 worlds, her life has been cut short. Can you imagine finding that out? That on 372 alternate universes, you're already dead? Because I think she's young. Anyways, so she's bopping around, traveling between worlds, and she finds out a secret that could destroy the multiverse. Sold. Next. And now for our nonfiction of the month, which I decided to just stick with the space theme because I have had my eyeballs on this book for long enough. It's The Disordered Cosmos, A Journey into Dark Matter, Space-Time, and Dreams Deferred. Chanda Prescod-Weinstein. Chanda. I'm going to go with Chanda. This, first of all, I thrifted this. I would rather this book be autographed than a lot because she's a baddie female scientist. I actually do remember what this one is about, but I love the blurb on the back so much that I'm just going to read from that. In the disordered cosmos, Dr. Chanda Prescod-Weinstein shares her love for physics, from physics of melanin in skin to the latest theories of dark matter, along with a perspective informed by history, politics, and the wisdom of Star Trek. One of approximately 100 black women to earn a PhD from a department of physics, she presents a vision of the universe that is vibrant, buoyantly non-traditional, and grounded in black and queer feminist lineages. Dr. Prescod-Weinstein urges us to recognize how science, like most fields, is rife with racism, misogyny, and other forms of oppression, and dreams into existence a world in which we all have the freedom to know and love the night sky. This is going to be so fun! I'm a little bit intimidated, because that just scares me. I'm going to put on my big girl pants and do it anyways. She definitely had me sold when she said Star Trek. Graphic... I gotta stop clapping into the microphone. Graphic novels. It's my second month reading graphic novels. First month has been great. It's been hit or miss, which is good because it means I'm sussing out what I do and don't like. I feel good about it. So the rest is graphic novels. Skip this if you just couldn't care less about graphic novels. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not sorry. What am I talking about? Graphic novels I am falling in love with because sometimes I've got insomnia and usually it's hard for me to read anything above like middle grade difficulty when I want to be asleep but I can't. But I love different color palettes and different art styles, so it's just kind of perfect for insomnia. Or when it's just I want to keep reading, I don't want to watch TV, it's late at night but I'm too brain dead. We're beginning the graphic novel and manga journey. The first one is one that I would not have ordered for myself, but my good friend at work is having her tonsils removed on Halloween, and I'm just trying to get her some stuff that'll make the time fly a little bit. So I got her Katie the cat sitter, because we work at the vet clinic together. All I'm going to say about this is it's a girl who spends the summer cat sitting for somebody who has 217 cats. This is what she looks like on the inside. I think it'll be cute. It'll be fun. I mean... 217 cats. Holy cow. I have no idea how my brain is going to handle this. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Because it's backwards for Americans. Seriously, this feels so wrong. Do you think I'll get used to it? This is Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi. This is about a boy who gets knocked to the ground by a skinny, pale girl, and now he's sensitive to sunlight and doesn't feel the same way about food, and... that's really all I know. I'm a little bit disappointed because, and this is my fault, this is what I saw in the video that I watched where it was recommended. That's only the first few pages. The rest is this, which is fine. I just specifically bought it for the art style. I gotta do better at looking at the inside previews, I guess. But I'm still really excited for it. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. One Piece. I have no idea what this is about, but so many people absolutely adore it, and it's got an adaptation on Netflix. I'm just gonna give it a go. I've heard it's a really, really, really cool friend group, which I love. I love a good friend group. Oh my gosh. That is so perfect. I was texting my friend Adam earlier, asking him if he had read it, and he hasn't read much manga, but he watches a lot of anime, and we decided to read this together, and Adam is from my friend group. So I'm reading about a friend group with a friend group. Also, my spirit animal is a seagull, so I feel like I can't go wrong. Bitterroot, Volume 1. Who is this by? Okay, this is by these people. Zero clue what this is about. I bought this for her because she looks freaking amazing. Look. I'm so excited. But also, okay, let's look at everybody, okay? Mustache, beard, heck of a mustache. I hope I love this because I love their faces. This I felt like I had to buy because it's one of the first graphic novels that I saw a video about. And when I was asking my friend Sarah if they had any recommendations for graphic novels, this was the first thing that they said. So it's very, very, very well loved as a series. I know that much. I read the first page and I ended up going past the first page. So that's a good sign. But yeah, I have no idea. We'll see. Well, this looks intimidating. It's from... all of this is old, though. Here on up is everything we've got for next month, plus the one that's not here yet. That's it. That's all I've got. I'm gonna drink more coffee and read more books. Bye, everyone.